Well, today we're going to be doing some reaction to the top TIFU stories on Reddit, aka Today I Fucked Up. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and like button before you jump into the video. I hope you enjoy Reddit as much as I do and enjoy this video as well. Thank you for tuning in and let's jump right in.
Welcome. So the first TIFU reaction that we have today is going to be TIFU by telling my Italian mother-in-law I was getting more vagina this afternoon. Okay, let's tune in, y'all. Let's tune in. My wife is Italian and my mother-in-law doesn't speak very much English. My Italian is pretty mediocre. I can get around Milan. My vocabulary is decent, but my pronunciation and grammar are both horrible, and I will get words confused. My wife was FaceTiming with her mother yesterday morning, and I popped over to say ciao to her. She started asking me the basics. How are things going? How's work? Etc., etc. And then she asked my plan for the weekend. I told her I was going to be running errands all morning, and then I tried to tell her in the afternoon we were going to be getting some pivigione. I think that's what the word is. A little rain. Instead, I told her we were going to be getting P-vagina. More vagina. My wife immediately gave me a look of absolute horror and pulled the phone away. Her mom was silent and I couldn't see her face. What? She said. And just imagine. Hold on, pause. Just imagine telling your mother-in-law you're going to get more vagina. Not your mother, but your mother-in-law. That'd be so embarrassing. She said, incredulously, we had a moment, in English. I looked at her confused and said it again. Pure vagina? Her reaction, I can best describe through emojis. The emojis are those emojis. What are you trying to say? And it's going to be raining a bit later? Pivajone? Oh, for those that don't speak this language just like myself, I kind of get it because I speak two other languages. But and I have made a similar mistake, but it wasn't a curse word. Let's continue. I could hear her mom erupt in laughter when she realized what I did. It took me another moment to figure out what I had said. Then I turned beet red. And that is the last time I'll be talking to her for a while. TLDR, I was trying to tell my Italian mother-in-law we were going to have Pivigione, a little rain. Instead, I told her we were going to have Pia vagina. More vagina. More vagina, please. Oh, that was hilarious. Okay, and then the next one we're going to be reacting to. Here, let's see. I don't want them all to be like based. I think that one, honestly, that's just the beginning, like, of how crazy this shit really gets in here. Okay, our second story. Today I fucked up by believing a work prank on April 1st and embarrassing myself in front of everyone. At work, my boss sent out an all-staff email saying that the company was implementing a 4-day work week experiment. Y'all, listen. Bear with me. A 4-day work week experiment starting next month. We would all get Fridays off with full pay as long as productivity remained high. Baby, that's what I need in real life. I nearly lost my mind with excitement. I even replied, "This is amazing, best boss ever," before reading the rest of the email where he mentioned how this was part of a global initiative called April Fools for Better Work-Life Balance. Y'all know that scene when you're like, when they be in the movies and they be crashing out and they just swipe everything off the desk? I would have one of them moments. I swear I would probably have one of them moments for real, because why would you even play with my feelings like that? Realizing my mistake, I tried to unsend the email, but it was too late. People were already reacting with laughing emojis in the company group chat. To make it worse, my boss personally replied, "Glad to see you're passionate about work-life balance. Unfortunately, your excitement is also part of the experiment, how easily employees fall for corporate jokes." But that's not even the worst part. Feeling like a fool, I went home and told my roommate about it. And he tried to comfort me by saying, Hey, at least you aren't like my friend who fell for that fake celebrity death hoax today. That's when I made Tifu number 2. I immediately pulled out my phone and went, wait, who died? He just stared at me and said, dude, that was the prank. So yeah, my entire day was one long chain of getting clowned on. Moral of the story, triple check everything on April 1st or just trust no one. My advice, trust no one. My advice is just don't trust April Fool's Day. April Fools, just don't take none of it for what it is. Last but not least, we got one more story. Today I fucked up by making 5 big boom jokes on first date. And this is what it says, big booms jokes, guys. Big booms. Like, I guess they mean like boom booms. Like boom booms, like I mean boom booms, or like boom booms, or maybe boo boo. We don't really know. We finna read it and find out. Wow. I never thought I'd post on a subreddit like this, but I came back from a first date a couple of hours ago and I'm still feeling absolutely mortified. So maybe writing it out will feel cathartic. Maybe I shouldn't be doing Reddit reaction. Let's do that. We're already here. I, 20 female, recently downloaded Hinge for the first time and began swiping. I've never gone out on a date through a dating app before, so safe to say I was absolutely shitting bricks for tonight's first date with Brian, 22 male. Although we were talking off of the app prior to the date, we hadn't actually spoken on the phone, so I didn't really know what to expect in terms of how our conversation would flow in person. Fast forward to tonight, and we ended up meeting at this cute paint bar. Everything was going great until the topic of pets was brought up. He noticed my lock screen of my cat and asked if it was mine. I said yes and asked about his pets. As I remembered, he had a pic with 2 dogs on his profile. He got on his phone to show me pictures of them and sadly told me how one of them, a white crunchy looking Yorkie named Roxy, not she said a white crunchy looking Yorkie. Girl, why you gotta do that man dog like that? That's just wrong. Not a white crunchy looking Yorkie. Had recently passed away after New Year's. Now I have no idea what possessed me in that moment. Maybe Satan, maybe Roxy. But I simply responded, "Oh, she gets 2 big booms." He weirdly looked at me and just went, "What?" I was in that moment. In that moment, I knew I fucked up. Because why would you say that? Girl, what? He didn't get the reference. I knew I had already shot myself in the foot when I said it, as I'm awful when it comes to sensitive topics like death or grieving. Yeah, you don't say. But I had hoped he'd let out a little laugh and we'd move on. But no. I initially tried sweeping it under the rug by saying, "Oh, it's nothing. It's just from this silly video." But he proceeded to ask me to show it to him. I awkwardly laughed and went, "Really?" He said, "Really?" So I opened up TikTok and showed him the clip. Brian and I'm assuming Roxy, RIP, didn't find it funny. She had to put in Roxy. She wrong for that. He just sat there and went, "Oh, I get it now." From that point, I knew the date was doomed. So I just gave him an apologetic smile and tried to make the most of things by placating the situation. Thankfully, we were wrapping up with our paintings by then. All in all, now I know not to try to lighten the mood of a grieving dog parent by bringing up a brain rot joke, especially on a first date. Sorry, Brian, and sorry, Roxy. You deserve more than 5 big booms. Update. I think this is where you put it. I think this is where you put it. Yeah, this is where you put it. Oh my God, I'm a little terrified at how over 400,000 people viewed my story, but it looked like my faux pas made at least a few of you smile. So at least there's that. Brian, which, don't worry, isn't his real name, to all of our surprise, texted me this morning saying how he had a good time last night and would like to see me again. I guess the 5 big booms didn't scare him away after all. In all seriousness, though, thank you for the much needed laugh, and for those who were disappointed by my TikTok usage, thank you. Thank you for all the comments and replies. Try not to worry about the future generation too much. Maybe I'm worried and I'm a part of it. We can be driven and also enjoy an extremely dumb joke here and there. That one was funny. Now, why would you call? But I'm still stuck. on the fact that you sat up here and called that man's dog a white, crunchy looking Yorkie. A white, crunchy looking Yorkie is just wrong. That's so mean. That's so mean. I used to have a Yorkie and she was kind of crunchy looking. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, but if somebody described my dog like that, I'd be mad. Like we gotta have at least like maybe 1 or 2 fights. Like I'm gonna fight you one time, we're gonna fight. I just play. I don't fight. I'm too cute to fight. But yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in today. This video was short, but let me know if you want to see more Tifu reactions or if you want me to do Am I the Asshole forums, or relationship advice forums or dating stories. Those are always good. So yeah, make sure you comment down below. Give me some pointers on what you guys want to see next. And thank you again for tuning in. Please hit that like button, that subscribe button, and have a good rest of your day, guys. Bye.